we start at the far western end of the South Shore. This is Yarmouth. This is the Scotia Prince that made the trip from Bar Harbor, Maine to Yarmouth and back. And this is the new ship that Bay Ferries bought. It's a hydrofoil and it's called the Cat. Reaches speeds of 150 miles an hour. Now I thought this was going to take a trip, and I was hanging around to wait until it left so that I could get some shots of it going out. And the reason why I thought it was going out was because I could see movement in those windows up there. But I sat around for a good half hour, 40 minutes. It didn't move, so I concluded that the movement that I saw in those windows was just, I don't know, maintenance people in there doing something. There they are there milling around. Or maybe it was crew doing something, who knows. Anyway, that's the Cat. And this is Yarmouth Harbor. So we're on our way to Halifax from Yarmouth. Along the South Shore, we're going through a town called Barrington. And one time when I was over to Newfoundland, I met a guy on the boat that was a fisherman. He lived in Barrington and told me that every time I drove through Barrington, I was going right by his house. I don't know which house it is, but anyway, this is Barrington on the South Shore. I've cut a lot of the video out of this trip because, as with a lot of the videos I took when I was coming down to the Maritimes, most of it is just shot in the car driving along, and until I come to some interesting stuff, the rest I'm just cutting out. But it's going to make this video fairly short because I only go from Yarmouth to Bridgetown in this. But the interesting parts I've kept in. We're right on the water here, but you can't see the water too well because of the tree line. You can see a little bit between the houses there. I think we're coming up to a bridge up here, and there's a clearing up here. I think we'll be able to see the water a lot better. Anyway, this is Port Mountain. Port Mountain is about 20 kilometers west of Liverpool. See, there's still people hitchhiking down here. Coming up is the Seascape Restaurant, where they advertised all along the highway what it says on this sign, although you can't read it. I tried to magnify it, but you can't read it. But what that says is, the world's best clams. Never stopped there to check that out. There's Hank Snow Country Music Center, Liverpool, home of Hank Snow. I'm gonna go down and go through Liverpool, and maybe I'll carry on to Lunenburg and go right into Bridgewater that way. I don't know. Depends how it goes. It's about 1:25 now, so this is Hank Snow's hometown. Now, you're probably not a big fan of Hank Snow, especially if you're not into that deep, deep country sound. But he did something that you may not know, something that was really a disaster for him. He was managing a fairly big star at that time, back in the middle 50s, and sold him dirt cheap to somebody else. Now, the person he sold that star to was a guy by the name of Colonel Tom Parker, which should give you the hint that who he sold was Elvis Presley. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Amazing what you find out on my videos, isn't it? And the Lunenburg Harbor. Sorry, that was the Liverpool Harbor. We're in Liverpool, not Lunenburg. Okay, I'm gonna stay on 3. Carry on. £20 bag of new potatoes, $1.99. And this guy is going along at 40 clicks an hour. And as you can see, the sign up here says the minimum is 50. You get a lot of that down here. Even though it's not Sunday, they seem like they're all out for a Sunday drive, and this guy in this car ahead, I don't know, he doesn't look like an old man. So I'm going to shut this off now. We're out of Liverpool anyway. We're on the outskirts.